This is your old pal Nikki G, and welcome to Better Commander. Jund, baby. Jund has been a real menacing color combination since the beginning of Magic. When in doubt, Jund them out. I built a fair few Jund commanders through the years. It's always been the color combination I've used specifically for aristocrats. I'm going to tell you why. Jund lends itself particularly well to this archetype. But first, like and subscribe to the channel, buddy. Join the Patreon like these hot little tweakers right here. Or hop in the super chill, super magnanimous Discord. Now I'm going to fully admit in 2019 I picked up all the Brawl decks that released alongside the Throne of Eldrizzle. These were great value propositions at the time. They're only 20 bucks, and they included some pretty powerful commanders. And of course, included therein was Korvold the Fey Curse King. This guy's 2 black, red, and a green, legendary creature, Dragon Noble. It's a 4/4 with flying. When this guy enters or attacks, sacrifice another permanent. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on Korvold and draw a card. This goes absolutely insane, man. It's a win condition all on its own, getting phenomenally huge with ease. You're sacrificing treasures, you're sacrificing creatures, sacrificing lands sometimes if you pop out a Harrow. I mean, come on, dude. So you know what I did in 2019, man? I built a deck around this thing, Jund Aristocrats, and quickly realized how absurd this was, man. It became a kill on sight, arch enemy immediately commander that my pod did not like very much, dude. Korvold can house some pretty nuts 2-card combos too. One of my favorite things about Jund Aristocrats is the ability to have green for cheap and easy creature tokens, but you also get Chatterfang out there with Pitiless Plunderer, and that's a win condition if you can get out a sacrifice outlet and one of your aristocrats, which is the whole point of the deck. Now Chatterfang's also his own little sacrifice outlet, don't forget that either, dude. But you also have this guy out there, Poison Tip Archer. So this is 2 black and a green, creature elf archer. It's a 2/3 with reach and death touch. Whenever another creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life, dude. This is one of my favorite aristocrats. That's any creature. So that late game board wipe that normally would save people from my board state ends up killing them anyways. Now this guy, 1 year ago, man, in August 1st, 2023, I ordered a copy of Perforos God of the Forge for $7.84. Alright, it's all the way up to 18 bucks again, man. But you have access in these colors to these red destroyers that drain when tokens are on the way in. Like Perforos, of course. 3 and a red, legendary enchantment creature, God. It's a 6/5 with indestructible, brother. As long as your devotion to red is less than 5, it isn't even a creature, man. It's just an indestructible enchantment. Whenever another creature you control enters, Perforos deals 2 damage to each opponent. That's the meat of the thing right there, man. If you're making lots of tokens to sacrifice, well, they have to enter the battlefield. And this guy flings his lava all over the place, dude. And I would get arrested if I went to Costco and started flinging lava all over the joint. But this guy gets away with it because he's handsome and he has all that bronze. He was born that way with all that bronze, dude. He's just a lucky dude, but that's the American way, man. And of course, you also have Impact Tremors, and new to the scene, the Agate Instigator. This guy's 1 and a red, creature lizard rogue, it's a 1/3, has offspring for 1 and a red. Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. This is like a little baby Perforos without the indestructible and housed in 2 little fragile dudes. Now eventually I had to replace Korvold with something not so threatening and brain dead, dude. I mean, people were cottoning on that I was playing Korvold and all of a sudden I'm getting strip searched at the airport. Listen, man, I'm not a terrorist, dude. I just want to play Commander. So I considered this guy Ziatora the Incinerator. So this guy's 3 black, red, and a green, legendary creature, demon dragon. It's a 6/6 with flying. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, this guy deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. You create 3 treasure tokens. Demon, dragon, gotta love that. This guy is beefy, brings that sacrifice, but it's kind of its own build around, utilizing high power creatures that want to die, which is also kind of a strength in green. I ended up settling on Xira, the Golden Sting. Look at this Golden Lady of the Night, dude. 1 black, red, and a green, legendary creature, insect assassin. It's a 3/3 with flying and haste. Whenever Xira attacks, put an egg counter on another target creature without an egg counter on it. When that creature dies, if it has an egg counter on it, draw a card, create a 1/1 black insect creature token with flying. So she kind of brings her own little sack fodder there. You just need to get the ball rolling. She draws cards, she offers eggs in this trying time, dude. You basically don't have to make any changes. She brings her son to the party, dude. She has haste, she comes down early, she flies. Xira's a really slept on commander. Pretty decent replacement for Korvold. I had to make almost no changes. And speaking of haste, there are some non-aristocrat Jund commanders I've had a lot of fun with through the years, like this guy Ognis the Dragon's Lash. So he's 1 and a hybrid black-red, a red, and a hybrid red-green. Figure that out, dude. Legendary creature, Lizard Warrior, it's a 3/3. Has haste. Whenever a creature you control with haste attacks, create a tapped treasure token. This card is neat, not because there are tons of cards with haste, but also tons of cards that grant haste. Take Zealous Conscripts, for example. This grants the creature it stole haste, so that's fun, dude. Ognis also plays in the attack trigger space with Wolfgar of Icewind Dale, and the treasure space with the hasty Goldspan Dragon and our boy, the Academy Manufactor. And do you know what's better than all of that, dude? A muscle mommy with a pixie haircut stepping on my face, dude, but that's a different video, brother. Or is it? Maarika, Brutal Gladiator, 2 black and a red, legendary creature, human warrior, it's a 7/4. Maarika, Brutal Gladiator must be blocked if able. As long as it's your turn, Maarika has Indestructible. Whenever this thing deals damage to a creature, if that creature was dealt excess damage this turn, that creature's controller sacrifices a non-creature, non-land permanent. This is brutal indeed. Takes Jund to another of my favorite archetypes, the fight and bite zone, brother. Maarika's a great fighter, and there are a bunch of them in these colors, man, those little fight spells. So you have a few options for replacement commanders as well. Look at this big monster. This is kind of a build around all its own, but in a fight deck, this is awesome. Shelob, the child of Ungoliant, dude. 4 black and a green, legendary creature, Spider Demon. It's an 8/8 with Death Touch and Ward 2. Other spiders you control have Death Touch and Ward 2 as well. Whenever another creature dealt damage this turn by a spider you control dies, and that includes Shelob, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a food artifact with 2 tap, sacrifice, so you gain 3 life, loses all other card types. There are a bunch of creatures in these colors that like seeing opponent's stuff die also. Like old Vraska here, dude. She also has Death Touch, and whenever a non-token creature an opponent controls dies, you may pay 1. If you do, return that card to the battlefield tapped under your control. It's a treasure artifact with tap, sacrifice it, add 1 mana of any color, it loses all other card types. Damn Gorgon Assassin, dude. This thing's pretty rad. Now, Jund Aristocrats has always had access to graveyard shenanigans. You kind of want to be bringing creatures back from the graveyard that you sacrifice, but we recently got a card that kind of concentrates on that and makes it the central aspect of the deck. And I'm not talking about Beamtown Bullies, dude. They are terrible. I hate them in their obsession with the leveler out there. He's trying to level the playing field, dude. Must be a union thing, man. They're a union shop there. These guys are out there doing communism out there. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the Undertaker. This guy is 1 black, red, and a green. Legendary creature, human warrior. It's a 0/5. This guy gets +X/+O, where X is the greatest power among creature cards in all graveyards. Whenever this guy attacks, each player mills a card. During each of your turns, you may play a land and cast a spell from among cards in graveyards that were put there from libraries this turn. This guy is nuts. He's got that pro wrestler flavor too, man. He's a big dude. He's a damn Undertaker Innistrad style, man. Get rid of that greasy hair, dude. Shave it off. This guy nets so much value, and he gets so big. I love that it's a 4-mana commander. Comes down early, can start slapping in. Perfect card for this deck is the Titanoth Rex. This guy's 7 green, creature, dinosaur, beast. It's an 11/11 with trample. Has cycling for 1 and a green. When you cycle this thing, put a trample counter on target creature you control. Not bad, man. Give our boy trample and 11 power. Puts himself in the graveyard. Fantastic. Now, the way Coram is worded, cards like Entomb and your graveyard tutors can be used to put stuff from your library into your graveyard, and they can be played that turn if Coram is out there the way he's worded, brother. Entomb a damn reanimate spell, a mass reanimate spell. Entomb whatever you want, dude. This card is fantastic. And you're also casting stuff from your graveyard, so cards like Lord of the Forsaken work really well to give you a little mana boost at the cost of some life. This guy's also a big beefy flyer too. Jund also has some really sweet Lands Matter commanders. Don't sleep on the Lands Matter, including Lord Windgrace and his soul, dude. Imagine your soul is so powerful it transcends death. My soul can barely get up off the couch to brush my teeth at this point. You have Soul of Windgrace out there, 1 black and a red and a green for a legendary creature, cat avatar. It's a 5/4. When this guy enters or attacks, you may put a land card from a graveyard onto the battlefield tapped under your control. It's any graveyard. Has green, discard a land, you gain 3 life. 1 and a red, discard a land, you draw a card, you idiot. 2 and a black, discard a land card. This guy gains indestructible until end of turn, tap it. This can be super powerful. I kind of explored it when it first came out, but it definitely merits another look. And this guy has his soul back in his body, dude. He's carrying a big stick out there, the Lord of Windgrace. Or Lord Windgrace, rather. 2 black, red, and a green for a legendary planeswalker, Windgrace. This guy can be your commander, has loyalty starting 5. Has +2, discard a card, draw a card. If a land card is discarded this way, draw an additional card. -3, return up to 2 target land cards from your graveyard to the damn battlefield. -11, destroy up to 6 target non-land permanents, then create 6 2/2 green cat warrior creature tokens with Forest Walk. Both of these play with graveyard effects, discard effects, landfall. Makes a pretty unique archetype. And that's Jund lands, dude. Plus you can snag this copy for $5. This dude has a neck like Brock Lesnar out there. Stupid sexy cat, man. So that's it, brother. I'm a fan of Jund. What can I say? You know, now don't get all nutso because I didn't mention your favorite commander. That's what the comment section's for. You know, if I didn't mention Prosh, Henzi, Bartel, Runax. Dude, don't sleep on the Runax. He may be old, but he'll chop your tree down, brother. You let me know what you like in the comments below. And as always, thank you, the patrons, so much, dude, and all the guys in my Discord and everybody who listens to these stupid videos. You let me know what you like. Enjoy the evening with your beautiful family, dude. Take time to connect with your loved ones today, brother, because that's better, Commander, dude. Nikki G, signing off.